Welcome to Richard Mabey Presents.
Hello, YouTube friends. This is Richard Mabey with Richard Mabey Presents. It is Wednesday, June 25th, 2025 at I had to push the old button here. At 12:11 noontime. So I'm just living in the living room and going over some of my old scout patches, and I got very sentimental, kind of homesick, a little bit sad, kind of a solemn, reverent feeling for a time gone by and a time that will never ever come again. My friend John at church, he's a very smart man, and he is literally he is literally a rocket scientist. You know, he's just a genius, physics and that kind of thing. And he had served as a scoutmaster for, I don't know, I might be wrong, in the area of like 20 years or something like that. So and he had three of his sons, went through all through scouting. His three sons went through scouting and everything, and he attended national jamborees and all that, kind of thing. So we were talking just a little bit about the Appalachian Trail, and I just mentioned, in the most in the moment passing kind of thing, how wonderful it would be just one more time to hike the Appalachian Trail, even just like let's go 2 days just for one overnight. And I had this epiphany, this realization, this startling awakening right after I said that I am never going to walk the Appalachian Trail, even to go on a day hike, ever again. I mean, I got the hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. It would be extremely suicidal. So I was thinking, I think the one, if I could relive now I hiked the Appalachian Trail with my dad and the scouts of Boy Scout Troop 170 at least a dozen times for week-long hikes. We used to start early Saturday morning, get up like a ridiculous time, like you would wake up like 4 in the morning or 4:30 in the morning, and and then some of the fathers would take you. We used to start out way up in upstate New York and hike down, and usually we ended up, because it would be Saturday, we would hike Saturday to Saturday, like Saturday afternoon. It's like Saturday 3 o'clock. We'd start off like Saturday. We'd hit the trail like on a summer Saturday at 7 in the morning in upstate New York, maybe 7:30. And we would finish usually in that area, like Pennsylvania, West Virginia area, going through Fayetteville, which is between Gettysburg and Chambersburg, crossing Route 15, I believe it was, crossing the Lincoln Highway. Route 30, crossing Route 30, the Lincoln Highway. And then we at that point, we'd hit that about Friday, and then we'd end up in like West Virginia or Virginia. And they used to have these little stores, and then But that morning, bright and early, we'd go to one of those little stores, and Dad would call just one father, and he would do the relay. And we used to rent vans, I think. Well, anyway, that's the details. But I said the one hike I'd like to relive was the summer of 1968. I was 14 years old. I believe it was around like end of June, beginning of July. We went on and hiked the Appalachian from upstate New York. I think we ended up, West Virginia, in there. Don Stone was my hiking buddy, because everybody had a hiking buddy. And Don Stone also made Eagle Scout. So you have like half of a. We had this. It was kind of like clear plastic, and it was like that thick, kind of like it was a thicker. It wasn't like a thin plastic. It was a pretty thick plastic. And so we rigged it together where you could take lashing twine, and we put the holes in it so that I had half the tent, little tent, pup tent, and Don had the other half. And within like 7 minutes, we could weave it together on top. So everything you had everything on your back. In your canteen. I used to carry a 2-quart canteen, and there wasn't like water bottles back then. So, and there were stations along the way. You still were very conservative with water, but there were like stations with lean-tos and that kind of thing. They would have water, tap water, faucets, or it was another time. You see a running brook or running river, you could just take the water there. And we used to have those little tablets too to purify the water, or you would boil the water. But it was just a wonderful time. My dad was Scoutmaster, and Jack Floyd used to go with us, Mr. Grimm, and a couple of the other Mr. Mayor William Dixon used to go with us. And so, it was that summer, 1968, there were enough of my buddies that were my classmates, John Dixon, Chris Tate, David Grimm, John Alonji. Sadly, John Alonji passed away a couple years ago. George Weisbrod, Tom Messick. Well, I think George Weisbrod and Tom Messick were a year older than us. And that was their last year, I think, to go on a hike or anything. But anyway, there's enough of my buddies. I don't want to leave someone out. But it was just a wonderful time. Magical time. Hold on, please. Got someone's at the door here, and it's a long story. So anyway, I'm going to close. Stay happy, stay positive, stay healthy. Thank you for watching. This is Richard Mabey. Bye for now.